Now from Ozarks First, you're watching Kolr 10 News at 5.
And tonight here at 5, dozens of cats and kittens have been adopted and rescued after Taney County neighbors teamed up. Good evening once again to you. I'm David Oliver.
And I'm Jennifer Abreu. Last week we told you how neighbors cared for the animals they say were abandoned by their owner.
And as our Crystal Blair tells us tonight, it happened just in time because the dilapidated house the cats were living in is going to be demolished soon. Crystal.
I've had people reach out to me on Facebook, you know, wanting to adopt, and I'm like, okay, well, where do you live? New York. I'm like, oh, I can't go that far.
Tell you that that's Amanda LaRock there, who says she and her neighbors are thanking Tri-Lakes Humane Society in Reed Spring, which is caring for some of the cats. Ronnie Jacobson, a local animal advocate who stepped in to help. All of those who contacted her after hearing about the cats and us here at Kolr 10 are for putting the story out there. Each of the cats have found what they are hoping will be forever homes. The residents say the cats were left to fend for themselves when the woman who was renting the property was forced to move. We caught up with Nick Plummer, the owner of the property, and he says it's set to be torn down.
Really to clean up our neighborhood, an eyesore, so my wife and I bought it to clean the place up. There was trash and everything everywhere. It's gone. Yeah, 2 weeks. It's going to be demolished.
If you spay and neuter your animals, you won't have that issue. And if you don't have a brood, you can take them with you when you go.
Now, we did get in touch with the woman who lived in the home and was taking care of the cats before she was forced to move out. And this is what she said. I do greatly appreciate the help from the neighbors for my cats when I was unable to be there to attend to them as my car had broke down in the middle of moving and trying to get things arranged, but absolutely did not abandon the cats and kittens at the residence and would never be that heartless. Up until the car problems, the animals were being cared for and fed. And as I said, I do thank all who took the time out of the goodness of their hearts to love and care for the animals. Thank you. And that was our Crystal Blair, who we could not get to, but that is the update on that story for you.
Also tonight, new at 5, City of Springfield has now been awarded almost $21 million tonight. It's a federal grant for a project that's going to connect wonders of wildlife to downtown. Senator Roy Blunt says the federal funding was recently approved by the Transportation Secretary. The money is going to be used to create a 3-mile stretch of pedestrian walkways and bicycle paths on Grant Avenue. It will also connect to greenway trails, parks, and neighborhoods too. Construction crews will add a roundabout and traffic improvements too. The city is required to provide a 20% match to that federal grant. That's going to be a little under $5 million.
Making news now, one local lawyer claims illegal drugs are to blame for the gun violence in Springfield. Attorney Craig Heidemann spoke on Monday at an interim state Senate hearing about gun violence. He's back in Springfield now, and he met with our David Chasanoff. David, why was he a part of that hearing there?
Yeah, well, the Senate Select Committee on Urban Violence invited people from across the state to share their opinion on gun violence here in Missouri. Heidemann, who's based in Springfield, was one of 20 people invited. Heidemann tells me he has defended many federal drug prosecution cases in his career, which is the reason for his claim. Being a criminal defense attorney in those cases, he was shown a lot of evidence, which he says showed how the illegal drug trade on the north and south sides of town are linked to gun violence. He says this is a problem many people in town do not know about.
And folks go about their daily lives, going to the mall, going to Home Depot, and not realizing that there might have been a heroin deal go down in the parking lot the night before that the feds were surveilling. They don't realize that heroin, as people find OxyContin and oxycodone more expensive, they can go get 1/10 of a gram of heroin for $5 or $10, and that's cheaper than a 6-pack of beer.
Now, that fact Heidemann shared is according to the Congressional Research Service. Heidemann says raising awareness about his findings will now be his top priority.
All right, David, thanks. And following up on a story for you tonight, a man accused of causing a deadly crash while driving a stolen truck was in court this afternoon. Shannon Schaefer waived his preliminary hearing today. Schaefer is charged with second-degree murder in the deadly crash on Campbell and Republic in July. Springfield police say he was driving a stolen truck when it happened. One man was killed, 43-year-old Missouri State Security Manager Matthew Brown. Along with murder charges, Schaefer also faces several counts of assault. He is due back in court on November 15th for an arraignment.
And a Springfield woman is charged tonight in a hit and run that killed a bicyclist from Louisiana. 26-year-old Haley Crabtree is charged now with a felony, leaving the scene of an accident. She's being held without bond. Crabtree is accused of hitting a bicyclist, 51-year-old Eric Crowder of Louisiana. This happened Monday night in Jefferson City. Crowder was pronounced dead at the scene, and according to the probable cause statement, Crabtree says she may have fallen asleep at the wheel and says she didn't stop because she was scared.
Well, November is Adoption Awareness Month.
The nurse brought Jaden up to me just to know a little swaddling, here's your son.
One family's adoption story next.